Pop out the chat really quick. What's up? Good evening, Double Rari. Alrighty, just a few more minutes here, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hopefully, you guys had a good day. Was a pretty crazy day. Targets got hit. Boldly smashed a couple of big targets to the upside. We caught a Tesla scalp. We got no loss, but nothing to really write home about. But we did take Facebook, and man, what a crazy trade! That was a lot to laugh at, for sure. So. All right, let me go ahead and hit the live button here. All right, looks good. All right. Anyone else get an ad for Benzinga? It's probably YouTube. I'm getting Moo ads. Oh shit, Moo's pushing him hard. What's up, Mike? How's it going? Hugo, what's going on, guys? All right, so let's go ahead and get it started. Let me pull up TikTok on the other phone, real quick, like. So annoying. How do we get rid of Benzinga ads? You gotta have like YouTube Prime or some shit like that. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. So a couple of headlines to go over. But of course, we saw the S&P 500 up 1.5%. We saw the Nasdaq 2.28%, Russell 2.43%, and the Dow up 1.12%. Like your Herman Miller chair. I do like my Herman Miller chair. I am standing up right now, though. This is the standing desk is at full height at the moment. So. All right. Anyway, so a couple of headlines. 10 out of 11 sectors closed green, with energy 3.61%, consumer discretionary 2.58%, technology 2.7%, semiconductors SOXX rallied 4.48% after Samsung's earnings came in better than expected, and the hardest hit areas continue to lead this week's bounce. In the macro news, all eyes remain on employment data. Unfortunately, we do not have the ADP national employment data this month and next, which is the organization is updating. Initial jobless claims did show a slight uptick, but remained near record lows. Non-farm payrolls and unemployment data will be announced tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern time. As labor markets stay tight, struggling companies like Peloton must take significant measures to keep their talent and boost morale. Game was up 15% today, led by meme stock rally. They announced a 4-for-1 split after the bell. AMC 15%, BBY up 21%. I'm not gonna go over the crypto news. What's up? What's going on TikTok? If you guys don't mind tapping your screen, we're gonna go ahead and take chart requests. Here in just a second, just covering a couple of headlines. Of course, Boris Johnson officially resigned today after about 50 government ministers and aides quit, as his remaining confidence and support evaporated. That's about it. We did see a couple of earnings. If you guys are curious, it was Levi Strauss and WD-40. Nothing to really write home about. So, all right. That's about it. So let's go ahead and get to the juicy stuff. So today, as you guys saw, and going into tomorrow, it's going to be the same thing. Because Meta is set up relatively well. I like the way Meta's chart looks. And Tesla also finished relatively well. Both of those are going to be on watch list to the upside. As you guys can see on Tesla, we talked about this pattern, and we talked about the fact that it was probably going to make a pretty decent move to the upside. And it did. And if you guys check the free analysis that I post in the Discord and signals that I put in the Discord, those covered Tesla's setup. So if you guys have chart requests, you guys are here on TikTok, tap your screen. I will take those in just a second. So anyway, Tesla, watching for this one for a little bit of a pullback. That's going to be healthy. If we get a gap down, that is extra bullish. And if you're in any puts, you might want to watch yourself. But if we do happen to get a bounce, I'm looking for a bounce around the 725 level, and then a push up and around 740, 751, and obviously 750 being that psychological number. And of course, we did discuss, and if you guys I've talked with you guys about a potential gap fill around 775. So lagging like no other. Are you really? All right. I hope that fixed it. All right. Anyway, so we got Tesla with a really nice move to the upside, and then Meta. Surprisingly, we saw a bit of a divergence today, and again, we tried to take this one short today. It was a lot of fun, and we ended up pretty much closing out for no loss. But this was a whirlwind as we took a short up around this resistance. And of course, we saw some crazy chop in this area. And then after hours, this thing actually went down to my target of 171.85, which goes to tell me that I was correct. But unfortunately, you can't scalp options after hours. So anyway, Facebook is another candidate tomorrow. Although the price action is lagging, this one does have a gap to 175.37. That is obviously a target. 50% of that gap is 174. And tomorrow, of course, I'll give you guys an update. But if you guys are on TikTok, I'm going to go ahead and restart the stream. For some reason, we're lagging pretty heavy right now. Yeah, just bear with me and hop back on. If you guys want, the link is in the bio for YouTube. And that's where we're streaming live right now. One second, sorry. All right, I think we're good to go. Try that again. Let me know if it lags. What's up, Plunger? All right. Anyway, if you guys are on TikTok, remember you can go to YouTube. It's going to be a lot easier for you. So anyway, Meta's on the watch list tomorrow. And I know a lot of people are watching AMD, and this one did end up making a pretty decent move here to the upside. First opening bell, we saw some of the strongest movement with it tapping basically the gap fill right there at 79, hitting $80, and then popping and rejecting right off. So this one's possibly good for a gap fill up to 80.75 tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled on that one. All right. So, and forgive me for all these crazy lines. Ignore those. All right, so that's it. I, of course, tomorrow morning will give you guys an updated outlook. And of course, we can dig deeper if you guys want. But I'm just giving you guys my watch list, which is not relevant until the morning because things can change. But with that said, if you guys are on YouTube, go ahead and drop your request. I will go ahead and start getting to those now. If you guys are on YouTube or on TikTok, if you guys don't mind tapping your screen, if you guys want me to take one of your requests, it's not a problem. Just if I miss it and you really want to have your chart taken a look at, or have me take a look at your chart, then go to the YouTube channel. Alrighty, so the first one that we got right now was SPX, which obviously we want to take a look at anything remotely related to SPY. Obviously SPX right here, are remotely related to the markets. But so SPX, in my opinion, did end up hitting resistance at the end of the day. If you take a look at that, we've got basically a triangle setup. This is the third. I talked about my concerns, and I did take a QQQ put, which is really, really risky. But of course, I used light size. So even if I was 50% down, no harm, no foul. And hopefully, if you have a small account, you didn't take any positions in that. But we are up against resistance on the Qs, on SPY, everything in between. So tomorrow, it's going to be pretty imperative to break up and go to the 39.25 level for SPX. Anywhere below, and I'm going to say 38.85, but truthfully, you could watch 38.90 for a leg to the downside. This one, and I'll mark those levels out for you. So take a look right there. And the reason why I'm calling that level, you can see previous price action, 1, 2, 3. And then right here, we see a bit of consolidation on that level. So 38.90 to the downside, and then ultimately right about here, and that's 38.80. And then I would suspect that would be a rejection, and you could possibly see a trip down to 3,800 if we end up losing are losing ground. So one thing that I am thinking about going into tomorrow is the fact that next week we have CPI, and because we're moving up, I don't know if a lot of people are going to want to hold their positions going over the weekend. And so it's come to mind that we could see some significant price action tomorrow, maybe even erasing 50% of today's gains. We will see. I'm not out here trying to create any bias. So of course we only make money by reacting to the market. So anyway, we are sitting here at this downtrend. You want to look for a break to the upside, of course, anywhere to the upside, and I would start targeting the 39.80 area. So I'm making my way down the chart right now, but if you guys are on TikTok right now, hit the link in the bio, go to YouTube, drop your comments there, and those are going to be priority. I'm making my way in chronological order, but if you're on TikTok, I can only see 3 comments at a time, and I have it right in front of me, but all right. So the next one we got is CCL. Let's take a look at that one. I haven't looked at this one in a minute. Ooh, it's getting close. All right, so take a look at this. This is beautiful because we have the hourly setup. We can go to the 4-hour and see this nice channel here, which we did break out of, okay? Out of this really long extended channel. But anytime you break something, what do? You usually retest it. And looking at this setup right here on CCL, this is a falling wedge. And now that we kind of see how it's established on the 4-hour time frame, we can go and move over to this hourly time frame and see this little setup right here with a little bit of this. And there you have it, CCL all tucked up in there, basically right at resistance. So pull this down. So tomorrow, don't be surprised. It would be really into the gap. So 961 into this gap would probably be, and really it's good that you have a gap there because that's going to be fuel for your fire if you're bullish on this. But that gap fills all the way at 1030. And that would be a break and downtrend. And from there, I would target your supply and your downtrend or your previous trend retest, which would be around 1132. So Jason, it depends on what time frame a breakout you're looking at. If you're looking at the hourly candles and you find, like, say right here, okay, on CCL, your question is what time frame for a retest candle to confirm a breakout. If you see a setup right on the 15, or it's evident here and clear enough for you to spot, that's the time frame that you should really be looking for those candle closes. In my opinion, a lot of the times 15 and hourly candles are always very confident measures for the most part for potential movement in that direction if you get that type of retest candle. So, like CCL, if we end up pulling to the downside, or breaking, you know, down, you could look for a retest of the very same level that you broke. But pull back tomorrow, yeah, I'm thinking so. I am thinking so as well. That's too dark. All right. Yeah, if you guys are on TikTok, I'm on YouTube right now. That's where you guys can catch me. So anyway, CCL, watch it move into this gap. Otherwise, there is a gap to the downside. That gap is at 880. So let's draw a little box. So here's a gap. And here's a gap. And whatever gap you go is pretty much the direction. So if you lose this gap and lose 875, I would assume that CCL should see 818, which is this key level right here. Bam. So I would watch for CCL to break to the downside and hit 815. Nice. Thank you guys. If you guys here are joining us from TikTok, welcome to YouTube. It's way better. Do I buy stocks? Any way to zoom in a little? Sure. Let's see what we can do. How's that? Okay. All right. Hopefully that helps. I was trying to include my face, you know, that's important. You know who I am. God. All right. Anyway, so that CCL looks pretty good. In both directions, bilateral pattern here. That means literally both directions. So, and the next one is Meta. I didn't mean to skip that one. And you said this one has a double bottom on the daily. Yes. This one can be called a double bottom at this point. And today's candle close on Meta. Let's delete all this stuff right here. So the daily candle close on Meta was pretty strong, closing right up against this very same wick. So go take a look right there. As you can see, Meta is pretty much double bottomed off of this 155. So right now, the target is 175.50 to the upside if we break out of this zone. And from that zone, y'all, that's where we can target this downtrend that we've been talking about for a hot minute, right? That is 100% a potential here. We are still in this channel. Look at that. Look at Meta. So keep that in mind. Resistance for Meta is all the way at 195. So if we do end up breaking and pushing 180, it's inevitable, I think, that we saw 180. Might sound dumb, but what are the blue and yellow condoms? Wow. I can't believe me. I just said that. The columns, and please do not feel dumb. I just said some shit like that on live YouTube. So, don't feel dumb. They are essentially volume profile. So it shows me the volume, or essentially where the most shares are held, or where the most volume is held at a specific price point rather than time frame. So anyway, so let's keep it moving. Meta does appear to have, and this is so important. If you are looking for setups, and you know, whatever time frame you're looking at, or whatever type of style that you trade, this is how you set targets, by finding these key levels across the board. And look at that, 185, 180, right? That's how we find those targets to the upside. And when we break them on higher time frames and candle close, we have confirmation of continuation for the most part. Upstart, if you are on TikTok right now, the best place to drop your comment so that way you can get it charted in chronological order. I can only see three comments here at a time. So hit the link in the bio, hop there, and then I can go ahead and take your chart request. All right. And we will be live tomorrow morning at 8:30 as well. So keep that in mind. Jonah, if you want any futures charted, man, yeah, go. I would go in the Discord and talk to Plunger. He's got you. This is brought to you by Liquid Death. I'm drinking way too much of that shit. I bet you they're gonna come up with an alcoholic beverage. All right, so anyway, that one's meta. This chart, listen, Pfizer is a crackhead. Seriously, this stock, including Moderna, Merck, all of these stocks, absolute crackheads. So right now, looks like a bit of a triangle type deal forming. Obviously, that's not holding. But right now, this is what I got for you. You've got this small downtrend here. 1, 2, 3. This is your fourth trip here. This is your main supply top, right? And that's $55. So anywhere above 53.85, and I already did this chart today, 53.85, watch for wick fills up to 54.75, and ultimately possibly hitting that $55 mark as well. Liquid Death, yes sir. I love that shit. That's so weird. The camera adjusted. All right. So we got Pfizer there. Honestly, I don't know. Pick one, TLT or HY. Oh, I guess that's the future, right? No, that's HG. Yeah, HYG or TLT. In the meantime, let's do Rivian. Rivian, stupid stock. All right, we talked about this. The chart is still here, still clear. Let me move it back. Still here. I have not moved it. I just put it backwards for you. Look at where we ended the day. Look at where we ended the day. Right there. 31.75. Okay. Go back out to the daily. Talk about supply and demand, right? Building zones, leaving them. This is where you leave this zone. Now, I will raise this up just a hair higher, and it's 32.25 tomorrow. 32.25 on Rivian tomorrow. Watch for a potential rejection, or if the market is booming, watch for a break and a push up into the 34.21 level. This is pretty clear. It did have a break and downtrend coming from these highs around February. So if this is going to break and move to the upside for any type of retracement, it's going to happen over 34.65. Where were you today? Did not see you on TikTok all day. Did you send any alerts? If you're not if you're not in the Discord, then I send alerts in the Discord, but not every day do I don't trade all day on TikTok, but I was live in the morning. Ouch. You guys look my setup up here. All right. Question: how can someone with a live account without a credit card from the Caribbean? You don't need a credit card. You need a bank. That's what you need to transfer money to it. The green, that is the whole suite ribbon indicator given to me by one of our beautiful guests here on TikTok. The Plunger Boy introduced this to me, and out of all the indicators besides the EMAs that I've held on to, it's been this whole ribbon indicator by In Silico. You can look that up on Google, In Silico, and then type in whole ribbon. So HULL. So anyway, that's Rivian right there. Obviously, anything below, all right, anything below $30, and you're heading down to the bottom here around 26. So pretty cut and dry there, pretty simple. in my opinion. Just a nice little zone there. Shit, I didn't notice that. All right, next chart here. What do we got? Apple. Sweet, sweet baby Jesus. So Apple, absolutely, and I had projections both to the up and the downside, but absolutely broke this downtrend. Okay, this one looks as if it's heading back up to around 150. You got a really nice candle close here. I mean, this daily candle here on Apple is booming. This is 146, 146.50. The median, right? So we talked about this today, and I want to reiterate it while I'm doing this. So when you establish zones, right, like we see here on Apple, and let me widen this up. All right, so we see how we have these key levels, and we find these zones inside of whether it's a lower time frame pattern or whatever it is, right? We have these key levels that we can adhere to. But and I tried to explain this today as best as I could, but what I try to do is evaluate whether something, when it breaks, if it can hold. So with Apple, it's not out of the question if we pull back tomorrow to pull back all the way to 144, right? If it holds that level, then I would assume we were going to bounce, or we're more than likely going to bounce. If we do not, then we're likely to head down to 142.50, and this is probably going to play out. And again, this broke out today, but this could probably play out as a fake out to the upside. But then again, you do have a solid break and downtrend. So seeing any type of retest or anything below 144.75, that would be put Apple in danger. But when you have these key levels, and this goes for really any time frame, you want to be able to break up above them and then hold on top of them, and that's usually what we're talking about when we're building something. So, but anyway, Apple looks really good. Head down here to the hourly time frame. Anytime I find or establish one of these zones, I can go and identify a target in the middle, right? And that's going to be 147 right here. 147. Looks like it's 147.50. So 147.50 could be a target for Apple to the upside, but due to the fact that it almost exhausted itself towards the end of the day and that we're going into a weekend before CPI, there's a good chance that if we do move up quickly in the morning, and we'll discuss what it looks like in pre-market. There you go. And we'll discuss what it looks like in pre-market, but that would be a place to watch for a resistance or a rejection off of this resistance here, 147.50. And I'm going to add an alert to that just in case. Do I think the dip is over? No, I don't. I mean, unless something crazy can happen. Normally, I do not chart with after hours, so. Inverse head and shoulders? Where? Okay, I see what you're talking about. It's kind of hidden in there. You don't have a real neckline retest. That's the only thing that I'm indifferent about. Plunger is the fact that you have kind of an unidentified arm, right? Like this doesn't really have the proper price action, but it could still play out the same exact way. Oh shit! My bad, TikTok. Hope you guys are okay. What's up, William? Anyway, that's Apple. Can you chart any ticker from scratch so I can see how you go through all support resistance level? Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the comments. All right, Jivo. Holy shit. I don't know, man. That's sketchy. Hmm. So this is obviously close to a penny stock, damn near the way that it's trading. So when I offer my charts to something like this, it just really doesn't do much good. But I do see a downtrend here, and I do see support underneath 215 at around 160, which is also, if you step back here, that's also a key level is 160. So I would project Evo down to 160. Yo, AMD hit like you called. You talked about it maybe hitting 80s for next week, and look at it now. Yes, sir. I had a lot of these projections that I gave at the beginning of the week hit. Tesla. And we stayed unbiased about Tesla. That's why we were able to catch it today. But all right. So that's Jivo. Amazon. All right. So I already have this one kind of boxed in right now. All right, so Amazon is absolutely an absurd fucking chart. And the reason being is when you see something, and let me tell you one thing, and Plunger will tell you this too. When you see a head and shoulders on a downtrend, watch out, because retail's about to get smoked. Asana gave you a 90% return. Nice. Mr. Belvedere, go ahead and comment that out on the YouTube channel. I'll get to it in just a second. So anyway, today you guys can see where a previous rejection happened that was 117. Above 117, I talked about this morning. It's where our 50-day EMA is at. You stepped down to the hour, sorry. Hourly, check this out. All right, I'm going to show you guys how you find these key levels. Look, what happens here? Breakout. Boing, 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 boing. So guess what? That's a key level, right? Step back. All right, we can see, let's see, am I wrong right there? Nope, nope. So we can see that we got two little micro levels right there. So 119.75 and 121 would be targets for Amazon before heading up. And Amazon, the way that we closed today was a little bit sketchy. So I would pay attention for a pullback. Take a look at the 15-minute time frame. So this is what I spotted. I think that we pull back tomorrow. So watch Amazon to fall out of this channel. And I have support all the way down here. So I think that this is a higher probability play. The way that I see this right now, at least for a day trade or a scalp, Amazon looks pretty juicy. And I would suspect that you could see Amazon hitting 113, but ultimately I really think 112.50, somewhere in this range. So watch for this to go down today or tomorrow if we do see that pullback. That doesn't really go to anything, but that's our resistance at the moment. And then if we do, of course, pull back, bounce, and fake out, watch anything above this 117, and then moving up into the 118.55, 118.55, 119, 119.65. Excuse me. All right, WFC. Dude, what the? Apple did go crazy today. Did I miss Tesla? They had a huge day. Listen, if you guys aren't here with us live tomorrow, make sure that you catch us. You guys make sure that you catch us live tomorrow because I'll be live probably trading Tesla. All right, so we got a crazy little setup here on. So take a look at the hourly. All right, this probably translates pretty clearly to the 4. All right, so this is an identifiable setup on the 4-hour time frame. All right, so 4-hour time frame. Look at that craziness right there. That looks like a loading zone right there. But so take a look at that, and then we go down, step back down to the hourly, actually down to the 15-minute. Look at that. Look at that absolute craziness. And now you have this little sucker. So I would keep your eyes peeled on Wells Fargo out of whatever's happening here. So watch this zone underneath 39.60. Now I want you to pay attention to the price action. This is not tradable, day tradable price action right now. You need to see a clear break of $41 and these wicks, right, which is going to be around 41.50, and that gap is sitting up there ripe 42.57. So all right, JPM. So this one's probably going to look a little bit close to this. Not quite. Yeah, okay. Still got the same vibe. Still got that crackhead energy. Looking a little bit clearer, though, than its counterpart. Very nice. All right, take a look at that. 1, 2, 3, going up here, kind of sniffing around for your 4th tap of resistance. If you reject below 113.65, watch for a bit of a gap fill 113. If you lose 113, watch for this to go down to 112, which is its point of control here. And more than likely, you'll see a bounce there. So is this analysis available on YouTube? Absolutely. That's the best question I've ever gotten on TikTok. It is, man, and it's way clearer for you to see. If you want to see my face, that's maybe a plus, maybe a minus. I may not be cocky, but be a man and trade futures. Oh my god. you sound like Plunger and Manny. Who speak tomorrow, bro? What are you talking about? Me. All right, the next one that we got is Riot. God, I forgot this existed. I forgot it existed. Poor little Riot. Good God, that thing had a big old green dingus today, though. Check it out. Please, I have a family. I love looking at Potter's face. Look at it. All right. Wow, that's ugly as shit. all that scalping today. I got a potty mouth right now. My bad. Any children watching? Oh, look at that. Look at Riot kind of holding this channel here. So it looks like Riot's got resistance around 565. Now, is that a pattern? Is that channel enough? No, it's not. Why is that level important? Why are these levels important at all? Let's go find out. So right here, obviously, right, we held this level before breaking to the downside. We have this level, right? That's where we're currently at. Damn, has Riot ever been here? Yeah, Riot has been here. All right, so we're gonna have to go back, take a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Here we go. I just want to see something. Aha. Okay, cool. So this space right here is where you got a breakthrough. Okay, this is going to be the most difficult spot for Riot. Currently, it has to break above 550 essentially. From there, you have a downtrend coming from the top at 575. 575. If you break 575, I see the next reasonable and clear level at $6.05. So, what's up, Chris? What's up, everybody on TikTok? Just making my way down this chart, walking fast. Comments passed, and I'm confused. All right. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. It's the way I've been. I remember Sean, or not Sean. Sorry, I call you by your government name. I remember you talking about Riot for a long ass time, at least when I met you. What's up, Tate? All right, we're making our way down these charts pretty good, and I'm homebound. That's right. All right, so we got Riot. There's a lot of my eyes have a hard time tracking which tickers I'm missing. I think we got. Did we get all of them? Lucid. Let's take a look at Lucid. All right, this one's looking just like its counterpart. Yield. What is it called? Rivian. Looking like a lot like Rivian. So, guys, just like on Wells Fargo, just like on all of those, we have some clear levels. Good gosh. So resistance for Lucid is 2033. You're getting real close. Supply right here is 2150. So you have two levels, stupid clear, and obviously there's always the micro. So take a look. Watch that 2025, 2050, and then a push into the 2150 zone. That is where you leave, right? Push, and of course that's only past this resistance. You've already seen okay volume, right? Coming off of the support. So don't get crazy, because at some point, if this rejects, I would bank on Lucid falling down. But at the moment, this one's bullish, and it's got its nearest resistance, 2025, and then a break above 2025. I would speculate the 2145 and 2050. So. There you go. by your government name, I'm sorry. Sorry, Plunger Boy. I got that thing coming to you, by the way, tonight. I'm going to send it. I kind of spaced. I'm sorry. Guys, I got my Tesla truck in. See? Pretty cool. I just messed it. Yeah. I'm not going to. That thing's not coming out until like 2023. Surprised if Tesla even exist. All right. All right, what do we got next? HYB. HYG. What's that? I already did Amazon. Go check out Amazon. All right, let's take a look at this bad boy. Ching. This thing is sussy. Why? Why so sussy? Suspect. All right. Guys, this is a garbage stock. I'm just kidding. I don't know if they're garbage. So resistance right now, based on bounce, is 75, yeah, 75, 45, 75, 50. Okay, so that's where I would venture to guess. That's where I would venture to guess this is heading at the moment. It does look like it's holding a pretty strong uptrend really quick. Let's go take a look at the lower time frame. Swing high, pull low. That's a break. So yeah, I would venture to guess 75.35 and 75.50 on HYG. Above 75.50, you have a small gap at 75.62. And then again, actually, so there's 76 right there, and then this key level, which I'm going to drag that down, that's 76.45. So that's where I'd keep my eyes peeled for or on if you're looking at this corporate bond ETF. It does look like it's kind of building up at the moment. So Double Door said to go all in Quidditch. Yes, this spell though. Double Door doesn't want this. Don't do Quidditch, bro. All right. Starbucks. Did I do Starbucks? No, I didn't. Okay, let's take a look at Starbucks. So I already had this one charted. Here's your daily. You have broken a downtrend starting from your swing high, little channel action there, like so. And you got a lower time frame channel here that you're kind of building through right about there. So Starbucks up or down. So to the downside, watch Starbucks 77.85. 77.85, mark that level. That is likely where if you close below it on the hourly, you're liable to see this breakdown and possibly pull back to levels around like 76 and 75. To the upside, right? So if you do bounce or if you just hold here, watch a leg up to the first resistance I have is 81.40. We take a look at the 4-hour. It is clear as day. Obviously, this is decent building, but remember, we had this same thing happen. So I don't think it's a hold until we close. So until we close. Tate Brenner, chart SQ or the red Miata will come back. You know, one day, if we ever have a podcast, I'm going to explain some of the like crazy shit. And if I tell you about Red Mazda, dude, I promise you, you'll be scared. I don't even look at those cars. I don't even like to think about them, dude. You're traumatizing me. I've been hit by a car, a red Mazda. I've been in a car accident, a red Mazda. I got ran off the road off by a red Mazda. All the same year. I think it was a demon. All right, let's take a look at Block SQ Spy EVG. I did Spy on YouTube if you want to go rewind that. AMD already as well. Fubo, I forgot that thing existed. My boy. Alrighty, so this one, like a lot of its counterparts, has broken what seems to be its downtrend. Of course, on the 4-hour time frame. So let's step out here to the daily. This is where we want to go ahead and chop it up. Here's a key level there. There's another one here. obvious levels below us. That's a level we're on. That's what we bounced off of today. That's a perfect level right there. All right. So, daily candle close, pretty nice. What is that showing you? That's showing you that buyers are holding up 64.61. You lose that, you probably go down. Yo, Miss Trader Pro, you know I know who you are, right? You know I know. Getting a little close to home. Oh God. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm trying to keep it together, but what a off. That's a that's such an off the wall comment right there, man. I'm dead. Let me pick your brain if it's okay. CVX Chevron, what do you think? Give me just a second, Razor. I'll take a look at that in just a second. Bro, what's up, dude? Wow. Came in like a wrecking ball, bro. Okay, so 70.65, super easy. If we continue to push up tomorrow, how do we close on the hourly? That's kind of gross. Pretty clear level here. 70.82. If you pull back and you lose, I have 67.50 as a median here. I would assume that you'll pull back to the 64. If you lose that, you're probably going to drop. But to the upside, which most things are looking like upside, I have 70.80, and then ultimately the confluence around 74.50. So, God, don't make me chart that one again. Will Roblox stay under $40? Well, I can't tell you that, dude, but it did tap $40. It's currently sitting up against $40. The next feasible target that I see is 42.50. So if you do break over these highs, and who knows, obviously the next we have CPI data coming in. So that's one of the most important things for me going forward is a lot of this movement is happening on relatively low volume. A lot of the movement isn't really like it's building. Like we had some really nice building here. We had a nice volume spike here at the top. And then of course we saw a nice volume pop here. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't know if we're going to can you chart? Oh, don't make me do that again, Miss Trader Pro. I'll do that in private. Just DM me. But anyway, on Roblox, as far as some key levels here to look out for to the upside, let's go establish those. So we're up against one right there, obviously. That's another one right here. This is the 40, actually that's 43.16, give or take. So 43.16. Look at that perfect level right there. Boom. So you got Roblox here right above you. I see a 200-day moving average sitting around 42. My resistance is at 43, and then I have a resistance above that at 45, which is a psychological number. And that would be more or less a turning point, I think, for and right now, guys, I mean, like, if anybody wants to tell you where they know the market's going, they're full of shit, right? We're taking this day by day. If the market continues, this is the type of setup that we would want to see if we are going to continue moving up, or if this is a rebound. Do I think it's a rebound? No, but I don't really care even about what I think. I'm more or less concerned about how it adheres to these key levels. What's the sentiment going into that day? What data do we have coming forward? Are we going into earnings season? You know, what is the supply chain stuff our issues looking like? You know, et cetera, et cetera. So I demand you on Discord. Do I demand you on Discord? You mean DM me? Don't you dare demand me. Yeah, I got myself into quite a situation, financial, time to make a comeback. Yeah, for sure, bro. EVH. Evolent Health. Oh, don't make me do this. Okay, it's not that bad. It's at 33. Still, don't make me do this. Ew. What is this? Gross. Okay. So right now, things probably turn pretty bearish for you. It looks like 3260. This is a bounce level. So if you're going to hold, if you want to hold or continue to move to the upside, this daily candle close here, not quite a dark cloud cover. Dark cloud covers usually are a gap up and a loss of 50% or more. But this can be indicative of a potential pullback here. And you are up against resistance. So if anything, it might just be further consolidation. But I'm seeing some similarities here like I do here. So I would keep my eyes peeled on the 3250 level for a bounce or a breakdown and possibly even a descend into the $30 level. I'm not familiar with this stock. I'm not familiar with what they do. I have no idea why they're moving in the first place. And those are all critical things that if you don't know, you're kind of, naked. So Tesla. So Tesla is number one, and okay, I see it. Oh yeah, definitely. I see that plungy. Okay, so Tesla is still one of the more attractive targets to me at the moment. Today we got a fucking phenomenal move. Absolutely phenomenal. I just reminded myself of somebody. The next level that we've got is the same level that I gave you guys this morning, and that's going to be 7150. We got a 50-day moving average hanging out there. We're building up out of this triangle, and really, if we wanted to make a definitive move to the upside, that's where we want to head. So we're not too far from it, 733 to 750. If we're looking at Tesla tomorrow, look at this hourly setup. You guys can see, and I'm not sure what after hours, extended hours. So extended hours showing us a little bit of a flag action, but of course that's irrelevant until tomorrow. So what do you do when you're looking at a stock that is already moved to the upside? What can you do, right? Because it's really hard. Where do I get in when it's already moved? I don't want to chase. I don't want to catch one of these, right? This is what I do, okay? Go pull up or find the key levels that you've already broken up, right? So currently it's this key level of 727, 728. That's where Tesla needs to hold on to. So the 9-day moving average rushing up here, that looks good. If we continue to consolidate, that looks good. So I would want to, in order to do what we've already done once, which is wick up and hit around 750, we're going to need to do exactly that. There is a level above us to keep in mind. If tomorrow's price action is not great, or even if we see Tesla rush down or move to the downside and lose this 728 level, we could move down and retest our broken downtrend. But anyway, to the upside, you've got 738, you've got 742.80, and then 750, 749.50. So essentially what I'm saying, right, is if you break something, if you're consolidating on top of it, you're retesting it, that's dope. Would you sell or hold Tilray at an average of $15? What would I do? Man, that's tough. Yeah, covered calls might be an option for you. I mean, I'm not really bullish on cannabis stocks. You could see that last squeeze energy maybe pop up, but unfortunately, man, this is not a stock that I'm currently bullish on, but it is bottomed out. So, you can set yourself up you know, with some type of hedge. I do think that Tilray has the possibility to become a penny stock, if they obviously when it's all said and done. But blue line is EMA. So CVX. All right, so I already have this one charted up pretty nicely. Here's the high, swing high, second tap, June 29th. That's around 152. Currently, we're consolidating here. We've got a gap down below us to 141.17, and we've got a resistance right above us at 145.82. That would be 1, 2, 3. And then we have, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say that is dynamic. Oops, shit. So this is a dynamic trend line. So if we do fall, then I would venture to guess that you're going to see 135.60 to the downside. And that would be fueled by this gap fill, of course, down to 141. Ouch. W stream short king. You know, it looks like I'm short, but if I wanted to, all right, we can change things. We could change perspectives. Now, but this feels wrong. I don't like this either. I could go lower, but that would just be weird. We'll keep it right there. I'm not a short king, okay, Daniel? Nah, I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. I did Tesla already. So CDX right now. Anyway, I want to see a break above 145.40 or essentially 146.65. That's going to be the level. That's the level to break to the upside. So let me drop that down so it becomes a little bit clearer as to why. 1, 2, consolidation, 3 rejections here. That's also in confluence with my downtrend. So bounce there or break there or bounce there or break down or break out, excuse me. And so you're pretty close. So watch for a leg up tomorrow, again to 146. If you see a rejection, watch for a leg down to this gap fill. So I already did Amazon on YouTube. So if you want to check that one out. So this is what I'm gonna go ahead and do one more after this, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and shut it down for the night. If you didn't get your ticker checked or you're just hopping in the stream, go to YouTube. I just covered a lot of them. So if you have any requests, you can just zoom through the stream and take a look at it there. So, but if I didn't catch it at all, then I will catch you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early. We'll take a look at whatever it is and see what we got. So, all right. So this is one of those charts. I don't really like when charts do this whole. It's kind of baloney, you know. It's not symmetrical, but it's still in trend somehow. We can go to the 2 if we want. On moves like a kindergarten stock or something. All right. Good God. I'm sorry. That is absolutely the craziest chart. All right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. Do you see where this point of control just moved 53.53? I see a ton of candle closes there. I see a candle close here. I see a candle close here, here. Tons of consolidation in between these zones. So watch for ON to go to 53.33 at the max if you break this downtrend, right? Because we've already established that we have this hourly downtrend right here. So, and I like that downtrend. Okay, we're already showing respect for it. So watch for a pullback on ON to 51.36. Below 51.36 and 51.25, I've got a little supply or support for you right about there. You can see why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tons of bounces, right? So pull back to 49.96 or $50 even. Guys, if you want, you can hop in the Discord. Plunger, the boy Plunger, that's his name in there. He's probably happy to look at some charts for you guys. So. Oh, excuse me. It's time to go. Yikes. Yeah, Baba went up and tapped, filled the rest, tiny little bit of its gap, tapped on the 200-day moving average, and lost 50% of the day's gains. It's also got a gap underneath it. I don't know, dude. This thing looks like it needs a wedgie. Here we go. Is it? Plunger. I'm not saying it's gonna go down, but kind of looks like it could. Always fun. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. 2 week and monthly look like a trend change long term. It does really look like a bottom, doesn't it? I mean, shit, really above that 127.50. You're probably going to go to 135. Got a massive gap up there. Yeah, you could see that. I could see that. All right, guys. I'm done for the night. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm about to go pass out. I'm getting hit with a wave of sleepy right now. So, but I'll see you guys bright and early. Catch you guys on around 8:45 Eastern time, and maybe a little bit earlier in the Discord. So, but anyway, you guys have a wonderful night. Peace.